I'm just going to explain now how to treat issues regarding going concern in the audit report. So there are 3 scenarios. Okay. The first one, we believe the concern basis is correct, it's appropriate, there is some uncertainty. Okay. Now, the uncertainty could be adequately disclosed in the financial statement. So then, as an auditor, we're happy with that. But what we will do, we will add a material uncertainty related to going concern. So we will draw the user's attention, user of the financial statements, draw their attention to the fact that maybe this company is not a going concern. Okay, but because we believe that that's been appropriately explained in the financial statements already, we are still going to produce an unqualified opinion, which means we say the financial statements are true and fair in all respects. We're still happy with the financial statements. Okay. Now, the other possibility is that the material uncertainty is not adequately disclosed in the financial statements. So here we disagree with the treatment, with the explanation of the material uncertainty in the financial statements. Okay, so in this case, we will express a qualified or adverse opinion depending on how severe the disagreement is, how much of a problem we think the inadequate disclosure is. If we think that it's made the financial statements, made them not true and fair, then we issue an adverse opinion. Or if we think it's just affected a specific area of the financial statements, we will produce a qualified opinion and just focus on the problem. Okay. So just to recap, we believe the going concern basis is appropriate. There is a material uncertainty, however. For example, the outcome of a litigation is not known. It could be protected against the company. And 2 possibilities. One, it's adequately disclosed, or it's not adequately disclosed. Okay, and we have to adjust our opinion accordingly. The second possibility, the going concern basis is inappropriate. Okay. Now, if the financial statements are prepared on a going concern basis, which we in this case are assuming they are, then we have to give an adverse opinion because they should not have been prepared on a going concern basis if the going concern basis is inappropriate. Okay, so we need to issue an adverse opinion to say that the financial statements are not true and fair, they do not reflect the situation of the company because it's not a going concern. Okay. And then scenario 3, directors are unable to make an assessment as to whether or not the going concern basis is appropriate. And here we've got insufficient appropriate evidence. We don't know. How can we conclude on it when the directors have not given us any kind of assessment? So we produce a qualified opinion if it's just a specific problem that we have, a specific issue, or a disclaimer of opinion where we say we cannot give any opinion whatsoever on the financial statements because we do not know, we have not been given all the evidence we need to consider whether or not this company is a going concern. Okay. So a few things to remember. It might help you to write down those scenarios just to keep it in your mind, okay? Because questions do ask what you should do in a specific scenario regarding going concern. Okay, so just ask a question. What happens in the first scenario if there is no material uncertainty? So if there's no material uncertainty, you produce an unmodified or unqualified opinion, full stop. You don't need to have a material uncertainty related to going concern paragraph because there is no material uncertainty. Okay, so if the going concern basis is appropriate, there's no material uncertainty, then you don't need to say anything. You just conclude your normal opinion. You don't modify it. Perfect. Everything is normal. No problem. Okay. All of these scenarios are looking at issues, problems.
Yeah.
Just to say, regarding any questions you've got, please ask any questions about going concern, the modifications, and because it is confusing, because there are so many different scenarios, it's not that simple. You do need to think about it, and as a part of that process, I would expect you to have questions, okay? So please ask them if there is anything confusing.